Hi, directors are very important for the company. Directors are involved in formulating strategies, policy decisions, and directing the company in the right path. At times, these directors or their relatives might be directors or a shareholder in some other company also. For the benefit of that company, there are chances to mislead this particular company. So, Companies Act has made it mandatory for all the directors to disclose their interest in other entities in Form MBP-1. When this form has to be disclosed at the time of their appointment and at the beginning of every financial year in the first board meeting, or whenever a new interest is arising in another entity. When I talk about other entity, the other entity can be a limited company, it can be an LLP, a partnership firm, or an association of persons. Whenever a director or his relative is a director or a shareholder in some other entity, he has to disclose his interest with the board of directors. This particular disclosure will be stored for a period of 8 years in the safe custody of the CEO of the company or any other person who is authorized by the board of directors. If a director fails to submit this form MBP-1, he will be liable for a penalty of imprisonment up to 1 year or a fine of rupees 1 lakh or both. Now let us see how to fill form MBP-1. So this is how form MBP-1 will look like. MBP-1 has to be addressed to the board of directors and the company's name, and the director has to disclose his details here. So I, the director's name, son, daughter or spouse of the respected person's name, residing at his address. Being a director of the company, hereby give notice of my interest or concern in the following companies. So it's disclosing the interest that he's got in other companies or body corporates, firms or association of individuals. So he can be a director in multiple companies or partner in multiple firms. So there is a serial number which is given. So all the company details have to be mentioned here, 1, 2, 3 likewise. So the name of the company or the body corporate or firm or association of individual, and what is the nature of the interest. Is it a shareholding or is it a directorship? Is it a partner or a designated? What is the type of interest that he's got in this? And if he's having shareholding, how much of percentage of shareholding is got in that company? If the percentage is less than 2%, he need not disclose it. If the percentage is more than 2%, then only in that case he has to disclose this particular detail, and the date on which he became a director or a partner or a shareholder in that company. So for all the companies wherever he's got an interest, he has to keep adding rows and he has to keep mentioning all those details. And at the end, if he's a director, you have to mention as director, or managing director, only managing director, and put the sign with place and date. And this form MBP-1 has to be submitted at the time of his appointment or in the first board meeting of every financial year or whenever the interest is arising. Thank you.